Live on tape. It's Vancouver Island on Saturday night. So I'll stop there because if I said something about Campbell River, Lauren Michael might move here when he retires. I don't want him to sue me for a classic SNL joke. So we'll start here. Welcome to Canadian Look. My name is Laura, and I'm coming to you from Vancouver Island, where the rain is horizontal. The bears have opinions, and the fucking raccoons are running the side hustle that we're not even allowed to ask about. Uh, Tonight we're doing something heavy, so naturally, I'm bringing the animals. Because on this island, when humans start lying to themselves, the wildlife notices. Now, before anyone panics, relax. I'm a comedian. I'm a journalist. And I'm here to do what we do on Vancouver Island when things get dark. We look it dead in the eyes, and then we make fun of it just enough to survive. There's a quote people love to argue about. All it takes for evil to succeed is for good men to do nothing. Everyone fights over who says it. I don't care who said it. I care what I've been watching it happen. Because here's the thing, doing nothing is still a choice. On Vancouver Island, if you see a bear going through your garbage, you don't say to your friend, "Oh, well, let's keep an open mind." No. You bang pots. You yell absolutely unhinged at them. And then you reclaim your compost. But when it comes to powerful men, suddenly everyone's like, well, let's not jump to conclusions. That's not wisdom. That's fear with a graduate degree. Now, I need to address the crows because the crows have been watching us. The ravens are mad at me, but that's a separate issue. But the crows, oh, the crows, how they judge. Crows remember faces. They hold grudges. They teach their kids who not to trust. Which means if crows ran parliament, half of this shit would have stopped years ago. Because the crows would be like, nope, that guy again. Same behavior, different pattern. Ah! Court's adjourned. Now look, before someone emails me, yes, due process matters. I'm Canadian. I love rules. And I line up emotionally. But due process does not mean everyone shut up until the abuser dies. That's not justice. That's a waiting room with better furniture for rich people. And notice how selective we are about our skepticism. When a powerful man is accused, suddenly everyone's a legal scholar, innocent until proven guilty. Let's not rush. But when a kid speaks up, well, kids lie. Oh, really? Because kids can't keep secrets about Christmas gifts, but they can orchestrate a decades long conspiracy. Sure. And raccoons respect, there we go. They respect my property line. Yeah, sure, they do. Let's talk about the raccoons. Raccoons steal your sandwich, look you in the eye, and somehow you feel rude. That's power without accountability. And when you keep letting it happen, the raccoons don't stop. They bring friends. They get confident. Next thing you know, it's got a pension plan and a podcast. Sound familiar? I want to say this plainly, without names. I speak about this not just as a journalist or comedian, but as someone who was once a kid that the world of powerful men weren't protecting. And the adults around them chose comfort instead of confrontation. And if you live that, you know the scariest part isn't the man, it's the silence. Because silence tells you exactly where you rank. Here's something most women know, and we don't get to say enough. Sometimes, the only thing that keeps us alive is good laughs. Not because it's funny, but because if you're not laughing, you're crying. And there's healing in cry. And then there's a cry where you realize that nobody's coming to save you. On the island, things get heavy. We don't isolate. We laugh together. We mock power. We survive out loud. Wolves don't pretend not to see danger. Bears don't debate whether the fence is politically diversive. Nature doesn't care about your reputation, it cares about your patterns. And when multiple people tell the same story over and over across all over the place, that's not gossip, that's a trail. So, when politicians say, let's keep an open mind, when institutions say, let's wait, when the public says, maybe the kid lied, that's not neutrality. That's doing nothing. And doing nothing is still a choice. So, here's my island advice: listen sooner. If you feel uncomfortable, good. That means you're awake. And if it fails, laugh. Laugh loudly. Laugh together. Laugh in a way that tells the crows, the wolves, the bears, and the raccoons that have podcasts that we're watching now. Because silence protects power. But laughter brings witnesses. I'm Laura Briggs, and that's my time.